Looking to grow your business on TikTok? Introducing TikTok ads. With TikTok Ads Manager, the possibilities for your business are endless. Reach over 1 billion active users across the globe, unleash your creativity with their range of advertising solutions, and stay on top of your campaign's performance. Join the 8.5 million Aussies who are on TikTok every month, alongside over 350,000 Aussie businesses already thriving. Whether you want to increase brand awareness, drive sales, or connect with your audience, TikTok Ads Manager has got you covered. Ready to take your business to the next level? Try TikTok Ads Manager today and watch your business grow on TikTok.
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's checkout features Sonia Friedrich, a behavioural science strategist with a background in business marketing. Sonia works with academics, data scientists, and tech experts to harness the power of behavioural economics for businesses and brands, and she works with clients such as NewsCorp, AstraZeneca, Volvo and Nespresso. Sonia, welcome to The Checkout. We've had a great conversation on our main episode around behavioural economics, how nudges can work on your website, and the amazing AI tool called behamics that you are launching here in Australia with great success so far. But we're here to learn a little bit more about you. I've got 5 quick questions for you. Number 1, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Oh, I don't think I buy anything weird online, Nathan. But I think what I buy regularly, though, is I love photography.
Yeah.
And I've been able to find a supplier. We create greeting cards that we sell at some of the local bookshops. That's probably the closest to weird, but it's not really weird.
We've heard about your bamboo straw crusade, but that was
live,
a physical experience.
That was a physical experience. I'm sure we've bought plenty of gadgets that were so weird that we just threw away. I do know I've bought things and just gone, well, this was a waste of time. I've just thrown it straight in the bin. But I can't remember what they are, so I definitely didn't want to hardwire them in my brain.
Well, I mean, your nature photography, I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole in our research and I found your nature photography website and you've got some beautiful shots, including the one behind you of a whale breaching. That must be a passion that really keeps you excited and connected with nature.
Oh, it's true, Nathan. I think in another lifetime I would have been an international photographer if I was brought up in a slightly different way and had that experience or that desire moulded around me, instead of going down the business vein. So I'm very lucky too. I think connecting with nature is number one, and it keeps you grounded. And you just go off into a meditation in another world. So when I'm thinking all day in my head, it's nice to have a passion for photography. And where I live, we're so lucky. In Byron Bay, we've got so much nature around us. And the whale season's only a few months away. So we do go out quite a lot with the whales. And we sell some of our work locally and then online.
Behavioural economics during the week, nature photography on the weekend. How good's that?
Yeah.
All right, number 2, who is your favourite retailer?
So on land, because I'm in Byron, my favourite retail experience is going to Harbour Town. And so my partner and I go there twice a year, and roughly, and we never know what the experience will be, but we usually find that we spend about $2,000 and save about the same. And so because there's no close shopping centre here, that's something that we go, well, let's commit to and get our list and go up there. And it's been quite amazing. If I'm online, though, I found Calvin Klein works well for me. Yep. I like Armani as well, but that can be a little bit expensive. And there's a retail shop and a shop in Byron itself called Unplugged, and I'm quite a regular in that shop.
You got taste everywhere. Retail tastes are very broad.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, which e-commerce practice do you wish was history?
I really wish the friction in unsubscribing was history. And I believe now that people actually segment the different levels of unsubscription, I think I had one the other day, there were 14 different things I needed to unsubscribe from, or I would still be getting mail from that person. I think that ought to be banned myself.
Have you come across in your travels any research around, and you may not have, around the long-term impact of making that unsubscribe process so difficult?
Actually, I assume there's research on it. a friend or collaborator of mine, Roger Dooley, he's an expert in the space of, and speaks only on friction in the US. He writes for Forbes magazine over there. And he speaks about this, like his whole world is about uncovering friction that is annoying and the impact it has on brands. I don't think a lot of people would tell you how much it's cost them, but we did some work for the Wall Street Journal and the Dow Jones Group. I was collaborating with some people from Australia, London and the US on it. And so I subscribed because of the work we were doing. And to unsubscribe, I literally had to call America and get them to take me off the Wall Street Journal. And to find the number, actually, Roger sent it to me in an email. He said, if you ever need to get out of it, here's how you, because it's so difficult to find the number on their website. So, I think for brands that are high value brands, I think there is a backfire effect. Would I ever sign up to them again? No. If I was speaking to somebody about the Wall Street Journal, I would just say be very wary about their unsubscribe policy.
Yep. Big brand damage.
Yeah.
Number 4, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
Sure. So here's a book here. It's called Free Your Mind, and it's by a consultant who I work with, Patrick Fagan. Patrick Fagan is based in London, and he's a behavioural scientist, and he's actually ex-Cambridge Analytica. He worked with them on the brand side. He's written 2 books, and this last year came out and made the top 10 London Times bestseller list. So I recommend that. It's The New World of Manipulation and How to Resist It.
Oh, look out.
From the master himself.
Let's hope our customers don't read it.
I think that actually I disagree, Nathan, because I think this is where we have to uphold who we are and what we do. And look, I'm a marketer by training. So I've always said, well, our job is to persuade customers, verging on manipulation. And you go, well, everybody's spending all that money on advertising and they're still spending all their money and the clients are spending all this money. Yet today, if we actually go, well, let's get smarter about how you spend that money. You don't have to spend as much of it and a client can have a better experience. And again, if you're upholding your brand value, you do it to uphold a brand and give them an experience and do it in the best way possible. And I think you have to truly ask yourself, are we trying to deceive them in any way? And if the answer is yes, then you go, well, don't do it. It's pretty simple.
Beautiful. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. I'm glad you disagreed with me. Number 5, finish this sentence. The future of retail is?
The future of retail is dead and really alive.
Oh, cryptic. What do you mean?
You can choose where you want to be on that, I believe. And for some people, the future of retail is going to be their death. Yet if they embrace different ways of thinking about the customer, their business, and online, which we do know some of those businesses that have actually embraced online are getting the returns. If you really understand the negative impact of discounting and what it does to brand value from a human brain perspective, you wouldn't rely on your discounting as much and you wouldn't get into that loop of discounting is the only way we get clients. And I think so for others, the future of retail is extremely bright. And, you look at LMVH, they've just had 8% increase in profit, $38 billion brand growth. So smart brands know what to look for. And I think if you don't understand your data, you need to understand the data to make sure you're solving the right problem instead of just being on the mouse wheel and doing the same thing.
Yep.
And that's the problem, is most people are not solving the right problem.
I love it. Sonia, thank you so much for joining us on The Checkout.
Thanks.
To hear more from Sonia, jump back into episode 392, where Sonia reveals the world of nudges and sludges. She tells us how a friction audit works, and she shares the website feature known as the $300 million button. Do you know what button I'm talking about? Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.